Hi, good morning. My name is Father Rayappa. I'm going to talk about Swadeshi. Mahatma Gandhi said, no mass production, but production by the masses. So actually, the Industrial Revolution pushed economy spiraling down. Big production, big distribution, big markets, bigger the better. That was the slogan of the Industrial Revolution. But Mahatma Gandhi at that time in India, the British people produced cotton clothing. Actually, the cotton was they exported from India to Great Britain. They manufactured clothes and they sent back to India and selling them at a high profit. So Mahatma Gandhi rejected and he told, let us not employ factories and machines. Hand is the best. People should use their hands. Work should be celebrated. I work for you and you work for me, and we build community, the village economy. So Mahatma told no mass productions by machines and factories, but production by masses of people with the hands. Such a beautiful stuff, Swadeshi. I love it. So Mahatma Gandhi's dream was to base the Indian economy once again on the craft tradition and recreate local economies. That is Swadeshi. Swadeshi means localism, neighborliness. I am concerned with my immediate neighbor. That's it. I don't care about a human person living in America or Europe, but I take care of my own neighbor in the surrounding. By taking care of them, we take care of the whole world. That is the Swadeshi principle. For Gandhi, real independence for India would only be achieved if there were to be an economy which did not exploit the weak, nor destroy natural capital. The spirit and the soul of India had always rested in our village communities. Gandhi wrote that true India is to be found not in its few cities, but in its 700,000 villages. If the village perish, India will perish too. His vision was a confederation of self-governing, self-reliant, self-organizing and self-employed and self-governing people living in village communities and smaller towns, deriving their right livelihood from the products of their homesteads and crafts. The maximum economic and political power, including the power to decide, that could be imported into or exported from the village community would remain in the hands of the local village councils. In India, people have lived for thousands of years in relative harmony with their surroundings, living in their homesteads, weaving homespun clothes, eating homegrown food, and using homemade goods. Excuse me. They cared for their animals, forests, and lands. They celebrated their fertility of the soil with feasts, performed the stories of great epics, and built magnificent temples. Every region of India has developed its own distinctive culture to which traveling storytellers, wandering sadhus, and a constantly flowing stream of pilgrims made their contribution. Mahatma Gandhi believed that whatever is made or produced in a village must be used first and foremost by the members of that village. Trading should not only be in what is surplus and in exchange for things that cannot be produced in that village. Goods and services which cannot be generated within local communities may be imported from elsewhere as an exception rather than the rule. A local economy avoids economic dependence on external market and external market forces which could make the village community vulnerable. It avoids unnecessary, unhealthy, wasteful and environmentally destructive transportation. Gandhi believed that each village should build a strong economic base to satisfy most of its needs, and all members of the community should give priority to their own local goods and services. When the economy will have its own local resources, natural and human, then every community will have its own carpenters, shoemakers, potters, builders, mechanics, engineers, farmers, weavers, teachers, bankers, merchants, musicians, and artists. In other words, each village would be a microcosm of society as a whole. For Gandhi, such local communities and villages were so important that he thought they should be given the status of village republics. And yet, they should embody the spirit of the home. They should be like an extended family rather than a collection of competitive individuals. The British Raj system in India was to foster centralized, industrialized, and mechanized models of production. Gandhi turned this principle on its head. He envisioned a decentralized, homegrown, local, and handcrafted mode of production. In other words, not mass production, but production by the masses. Gandhi wrote, mass production is only concerned with the product, whereas production by the masses is concerned with the product, the producer, and the processes. Local economics, also known as Swadeshi, restored the dignity of work. There is an intrinsic value in work by hand. When we are engaged in such work, we can give expression to the aesthetic, spiritual, and creative aspects of our being. In surrendering to machines in factories, we lose an opportunity for creativity and self-fulfillment. Locally based economics in India enhance spirit, community, relationships, and community well-being. Such economics or such economies encourage mutual aid. Members of the village community take care of themselves, their families, their neighbours, their animals, lands and forests, and all the other natural resources for the benefit of present and future generations. Mass production has led people to leave their villages, their land, their crafts and homesteads, and migrate to the cities where they end up working in factories. When they stand at the conveyor belts, they become cogs in the machine. It is a system of mass production which has given birth to slums and shanty towns. Fewer and fewer people are needed to work because the industrial system requires greater productivity with the minimum number of workers. In a local economy, the machine must be subordinated to the worker. That is Swadeshi. The machine should not become the master. That is Swadeshi. Dictating the pace of human activity. That is Swadeshi. Similarly, the maker should serve the community rather than forcing people to fit the market. A local economy is a peace economy. It encourages peace with oneself, peace with the other, and peace with nature. No more large-scale destruction of forest, pollution of the air, and contamination of water. Thus, local economists are a peace imperative. Prophet Isaiah visualizes such a beautiful time. Isaiah chapter 65 verse 21 to 25. They shall build houses and inhabit them. They shall plant vineyards and eat their fruit. They shall not labor in vain or bear children for calamity. For they shall be offspring blessed by the Lord, and their descendants as well. Before they call, I will answer. While they are yet speaking, I will hear. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together. The lion shall eat straw like the ox, but the serpent its food shall be dust. They shall not hurt or destroy on all my holy mountain. Prophet Isaiah. So it is not a utopian text. It's something that's going to be realized. It's possible. Usually utopian texts are impossible, but this text is possible. So I think Mahatma Gandhi gave life and he restored to the original dynamics of Prophet Isaiah's text. So actually Mahatma Gandhi resonates Prophet Isaiah chapter 65 verse 21 to 25. So I think Swadeshi principle is excellent. It's only concerned about immediate neighbor, immediate villages, immediate community. So while we take care of this immediate village and neighbor and community, I think we are taking care of the whole world, because this is a microcosm, that is a macrocosm. So let us take care of the microcosm, and naturally macrocosm will be beautiful too. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.